Welcome to Rock Solid Productions, where in this video we are going to talk to my most valuable piece in my collection that I have had for 30 years this year, and what it has to do with this binder and what's on screen here. Stay tuned. Hey everyone, Gary here with Rock Solid Productions. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, I just want to take a second and say thanks for checking out the kind of silliness we have going on today. This is kind of a self-serving video here today, but something really cool I've wanted to share with everyone for quite some time, and a pretty neat story I hope you'll appreciate. If you do like what you see here, if you want to see more, do me a favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. That way each and every time we do upload new content, you are kept the most up to date. So back in 1990, this thing here was going on, the Nintendo World Championships. And they actually made a stop in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, my hometown, in the Mecca Auditorium. It's where the Milwaukee Bucks used to play. It's where the Milwaukee Admirals used to play. I believe the Milwaukee Panthers college basketball team from UW Milwaukee used to play there. It's not there anymore, but in 1990, with the Nintendo World Championships coming to my town, I had to go. I remember begging my parents and pleading my parents for months and months. Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? Can I go? They had no interest in video games whatsoever. My mom normally worked on the weekends. My dad had better things to do. But I did convince my dad to take me down to the Mecca Auditorium to the Nintendo World Championships. And if you've never seen the Nintendo World Championships cartridge, and what I have here, this is just a repro here from Retro USB, and I got this in Portland last year. Trust me, I'll get to the whole story in a second. The whole thing is you basically have a set time limit to try to collect 50 coins in Super Mario Bros. 1. From there, you got to get through the first level on Rad Racer, and with the time that you have left, you get to play Tetris. And each level that you go through, so Mario you have, I think it's a 1 times point multiplier. In Rad Racer it's a 5 times, and in Tetris it's like 20 or 25 times. So the faster you can get to Tetris, the better your overall score will be. Now, in the Nintendo World Championships, they had booths set up across the hall where you could actually go ahead and enter for a chance to win. Now, you could only enter 3 times. If you didn't make it past the preliminary round that basically anybody could do, you were done. My first try, I wasn't even close. My second try, I was really close, and I didn't make it. Towards the end of the day, and this is before they had retro video game conventions, there's no Portland Retro Gaming Expo or Midwest Gaming Classic or anything like that. But with my last try, I made it through to the semifinals. I was so pumped. 13-year-old me was just jumping for joy knowing, holy crap, I get to move on. Now, I knew that I wasn't going to get very far. I actually had a whole lot of humble pie that day because I thought, hey, this is chumps work. I can go ahead and I can get through this. But I did manage to make it through to the semifinal. Now, the semifinals were one and done. So basically, if you did not make it in the top tier of the semifinal group, you got a pat on the back and a congratulations, but you were sent on the way. But if you did make the semifinals, you got a couple of really cool things. First of all, you got I forget if it was a wristband or a lanyard. I don't think it was a lanyard, but basically showing that you were a semifinalist. You got a white painter's hat that said NWC on it, and you got a decal sticker that you should have put on you that said that you were a semifinalist. Well, around the same time, Super Mario Bros. 3 was coming out, and I wanted to preserve the strategy guide. So what I did is I actually had my dad basically removed all the pages, and we have the inserts here and everything in a binder so that I could preserve this. I know, I wish that I would have just kept it as it were. But inside the table of contents, and I will give you all a very close look at this, is my 1990 Nintendo VIP guest decal on it. It's one of those things that they're not worth a whole lot of money, but to me this is the most valuable thing in my collection, and here's why. First of all, it was something I had to earn. You couldn't buy at that point in time. There was no such thing as eBay. If you weren't good enough to get through, well, you didn't get one of these. The fact that I have tried to do research to find out the exact dates that the Milwaukee event happened, I can't find it. I can see a listing for a Chicago event, which was at the Rosemont Horizon. No, this happened in downtown Milwaukee because my dad took me and dropped me off there. I remember my dad taking me in the car. We had I think it was our Pontiac Bonneville that we had. I remember him taking me down as I played Tetris to practice to get that extra little bit on my Game Boy. It was one of the coolest things I've ever been a part of. And you can see close up, it's yellowed a little bit over the years, but it's in pristine shape, and in fact, I've never taken the paper off of the back. When someone asks you what's important to your collection, you know, don't always look at, well, I spent $500 on a copy of, you know, Bonk's Revenge and Bonk's Adventure, you know, the whole Bonk's collection for the TurboGrafx. I bought a copy of Stadium Events. I bought a Nintendo World Championship cartridge. This is something, when I talk about why I like collecting physical, this is one of the coolest physical things I have ever held, and it's mine. And that's the coolest thing, and especially with losing my dad last year. As I was thinking about doing this video, it kind of brought the memories of him being willing to kind of, all right, fine, get in the car, kid, we'll go downtown, we'll take care of it. And he just dropped me off, and I hung out at this convention by myself. You know, another cool thing at this convention was they actually had, like, this is where I saw Gremlins 2 for the first time. They actually had different TVs set up around the Mecha Auditorium where you could try out new games. That was one of them. I believe Double Dragon 3 was another one. There was a lot of really cool games. I think even Batman was there for the NES. Okay, so I'm going through here just to kind of take this. I didn't realize I actually had this. Oh, that's awesome. And the cool thing is, now that one's hole punched and everything, which, yeah, kind of sucks. I actually have one complete, wrapped in a bag and everything. That's neat. Things that you find when you're working on videos. For these and many other reasons, this is my prized piece of my collection. You can look on eBay and find them now. I've seen them for about $100 to $150, so they're not super expensive. I have seen these on display at like the first year that I went to the Portland Retro Gaming Expo in 2018. John Hancock had his full NES collection there. They also had some of this stuff there too. They had the painter's hat on display as well, and I did have it, and I threw it out because I thought it was fugly. And I didn't have a collector's mindset at that point in time. If I could go back and get that, that's actually worth a little bit more than the decal here is. But the whole memory of everything that went on, going there with my old man and whatnot, and actually my last chance through making it to the semifinals, you can't top that. At least for me, I don't know that I will ever top something like that. But what I want to know down in the comments section, let me know what is the piece of your gaming collection that has the most value to you. I'm not talking raw dollars, but what do you value the most? Again, let me know down in the comments section. Did any of you happen to attend and play in the Nintendo World Championships? And do you have, the neat thing too is, depending on the venue, each one of these, each city had a different color sticker. So Milwaukee got the orange one. I think I've seen a purple one and a red one and a couple others. And I have seen duplicate colors for different cities too. If you do have any other comments or questions, as always, feel free. You can also email me at rocksolidmail@gmail.com. Hit me up on Twitter at RockSolidStudios, Facebook at facebook.com/RockSolidProductions, and we always have the conversation going over on our Instagram page at instagram.com/RockSolidProductionsGK. You'll probably see a lot of baby pictures pop up there. I know I'm getting ready to head to the Midwest Gaming Classic in a few weeks from when this video is being shot, so that'll be the next convention that you guys see that I have photos and posts on Instagram on there too. Now, if you do want to help contribute to the future of Rock Solid Productions, you can do so in a couple of different ways. First and foremost, head on over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/rocksolid for as little as $1 a month, $12 a year. You get early access to all of our video content, exclusive content, and a whole lot more. They've actually, our Patreons, I've shown this to them a couple times before. We've had some discussions about this, so join us over on Patreon. You can also head on over to our Teespring store on screen right now, where we have t-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, and more, all showing the Rock Solid Productions logo. And everything we raise goes right back into the channel, like our new wireless mics that we've recently purchased. We are looking at adding some more lights, maybe a secondary camera so we can have camera 1, camera 2. I don't want to use my phone for camera 2. I've done that in the past. I really like our DSLR we've been using. And as always, like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, if you like what you see here, if you want to see more, do me a huge favor. Hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that bell notification. That way, each and every time we release new content, you are kept the most up to date. Again, I want to know, what is your most valuable piece in your collection? I am Gary. This has been Rock Solid Productions. And if you've never seen one of these before, you got to admit, it's pretty dope. Thanks for watching. Well, I'm pretty dope. I am a dope. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon. Until the next time I take you out, my friend, back for safety keeping.